Guys are doing amazing. Welcome to today's live call. We are building an AI system for car and pedestrian tracking. Now, like I said, we are building AI system for car pedestrian tracking. Let's go ahead and show the people what we are going to build. You ready? Let's go.
What's up, guys? So let's demo this app, okay? So this is what we're gonna be building today. We got here just a video feed of some urban city guy on a motorcycle driving around. There's some pedestrians and cars going around, and these guys almost getting hit. But point is that the pedestrians are being outlined in yellow and the cars in red and blue, more or less. As you can see here, then there's some cars in the background, some girls crossing the street here in front. But yeah, guys, this is the final app. It's not perfect, but I mean, it's pretty dang good for what you can get off the internet. And this is what we're gonna be building today, guys. Look at these pedestrians here crossing the street.
That is
And this
sick,
goes
man.
on forever, so I'm
Guys,
gonna. But
Guys,
that's
this is some Tesla shit right here. I am not kidding, right? Being able to detect pedestrians, being able to detect car systems, like this is what autopilot and Tesla works like. Like if you're excited for that, drop that in the comments below and we'll get started. Because like who doesn't want to build a system like this with Python? Seriously, bro. Are you ready? Are you ready, bro?
Me? Hell yeah, bro. You ready? Let's get started, man.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
The stuff.
All right, cool. Now, guys, before
Okay.
before we get started really quickly, okay? First things first. Here's what I want you to do. Really quickly, I want you to go ahead and smash that like button. Let's go ahead and beat that YouTube algorithm system, okay? Smash the like button for us. Let's go ahead and subscribe to the channel, and of course, share the video as well, guys. You know what's going on. You know how it works. And once you do that, we are going to start coding. So if you're ready to start coding, share this video, give it a thumbs up, and comment, and of course, subscribe. Now, Aaron, let's go and talk about what should we talk about before we get into all of this.
Oh yeah, real quick before you start, you guys. If you guys are familiar with us, then you probably already know. But if not, us at Clever Programmer, what we do, like our purpose, so to speak, is pretty much teaching people how to become developers and then also making a living from it. So if you guys like coding in Python, which I'm assuming you are because you're watching this video, and we're gonna have some fun stuff in a couple hours. We also offer courses where we give you the entire package, taking you from beginner to expert, and giving you all the coding skills and all the soft skills you need to actually become a developer. So if you're interested in that, then there's a free 3-part masterclass in the description you can check out. There's also the link to the course there if you're serious about making a living from this. If not, feel free to just skip it and just watch their video for free. And check out all our other content too. Netflix clone, Amazon clones, there's a bunch of stuff for free out there. So hope you guys enjoy the content.
Watch the video for free, enjoy the content, learn this most important thing. But if you want to take your skills to the next level, if you want to learn to the next level and become a Python developer, we got amazing courses like Profit with Python. So if you're interested in that, where if you want to get 15-week course, if you want to get a Python training with 15 modules with success coaches who are there to give you feedback, and if you want to know how to earn a killing with Python, then we got a course for you. Link is in the description. Go check it out at your own time. If not, that's fine too, guys. Sweet. Awesome. All right. Now, actually, before I want to move on, I want to mention one more thing, guys. In the course, what you get is you get also a Slack community, that is one of the best things out there. You get weekly live Python trainings by some of the best Python developers, like we got Jacob, and you have an exclusive Facebook community where everybody is there to help each other, to grow each other, and to lift each other up. So, guys, other than that, let's go ahead and get started. Who's pumped? Give us some fire in the comment below, guys.
Yeah, in the chat. Show us some love,
exactly.
Get lit.
Let's go. We are just as pumped as you are, trust me. Like, because what we just did is like, I mean, it's Tesla level, bro. It is Tesla level. I'm not kidding, man. I'm not kidding. So, alrighty, bro. Alrighty, Aaron, let's get into it.
Wait, but before we start that, wasn't there something that happened this morning?
Oh, yes, there was. One other thing I want to mention, guys.
You're going to share that.
You want to mention.
Exciting news.
Some really exciting news. This is so cool. Really amazing. Jen, one of our students in the course, check this out. I want you to read this really quickly. Right, Jen, he said, right at the end of the live call, which we had a coaching call with, at the end of the live call, I got a phone call from a job offer at almost twice as much what I used to make. So, guys, Jen actually lost her job because of COVID. She was a developer and she lost her job because of COVID, okay?
One of our students.
But then, check this out. We built a COVID tracker, actually, as part of the course. And she said that that COVID tracker actually helped her get the job. And now she makes twice as much as what she used to make at her new job. Literally 1 week later.
Bro, you're telling the story. Bro, you're telling the story wrong. She lost her
What?
job
Okay,
due to COVID,
go.
right?
Go.
She lost
Go.
her job due to COVID. She joined our course, and then she landed a job for what, like 40K a year or something,
Yeah.
being a web developer. But then she recently lost that job like last week for some reason. But she stayed in our course and built another project. And then like 2 days later, got a phone call, just randomly got a phone call and got a job offer for a job that pays twice as much. She's getting paid like what, 80 or 90K now.
Yeah,
So
it's insane.
just to show that happened yesterday morning. We just wanted to share that with you guys, a kind of a current event.
Yeah.
But yeah, just showing that our courses are real. And if you're serious about doing it, then yeah, definitely consider learning from us, because we know what we're doing. We're the best.
Exactly. We're the best. Let's go. Awesome. With that said, let's get into it, Aaron. All right.
Yeah, enough of this preaching shit. Let's get to the code. What actually matters.
Let's go, guys. Let's go.
All right, let's start it up, you guys. I have a little presentation here for you guys. Just gonna explain it briefly before we get into the code, just to give you guys some context. Is my screen showing, Nas?
Yeah, it's all perfecto, man. It's all
perfect. Got it. Yeah, I see it. All right, guys. So car tracking with Python. Okay. Also pedestrian tracking. I just wanted to shorten the title there, so I just kind of truncated it. But we're gonna be doing both, of course. And let's go on. So, first of all, you guys might have like seen self-driving cars before. They have that ugly thing on top. It's a lidar, radar sensor, and other stuff. But we're not going to be doing any of that. First of all, we don't have the technology for that. We just have our computer and some code. But we're only using computer vision. And the reason we're doing that is because Elon Musk says so. Okay, so Elon Musk, he's my adopted dad. He didn't adopt me. I adopt him as my father.
Oh yeah. Okay. Sure.
He doesn't know yet.
All right, he's bragging rights right here, you know.
Daddy Elon, man. Daddy Elon. I just want to be Iron Man, man. That's all I want in life. But Elon Musk says so. Okay, and I'm about to show like where he actually says this, but he's all about computer vision and AI. Okay, like no nasty lidar sensors. But yeah, Elon Musk, you know.
Hey. I love that. Guys, drop some fire for Elon in the comments.
It's funny because Tesla stock dropped like crazy after this, and now look where it is. So just go to show guys, if you want to raise your stock price, you got to go on Joe Rogan and smoke big boy cigarette.
Whatever he's smoking.
That's all it is. This was legal. Okay.
By the way, guys, we do not encourage smoking. Okay, nothing that sort.
No.
Just don't.
No,
don't.
Just
don't do
it. I don't smoke.
Exactly.
Anyways. Okay, so this is where I want to point out where Elon said this. So he basically said anybody relying on lidar is doomed. So this is lidar, these nasty detectors on the right, where you can use this and you can like do sensing where like it sends out lasers and crap and it like, okay, I can self-drive. But I mean, you're kind of limited because all you have is just kind of like weird digital space versus here with the camera. This is how the human brain works. You just freaking look at the image, the video that's happening into your eyeballs, and then you just determine, okay, that's a car, that's a pedestrian. Let's not hit them. That's all it is. So if a human can do it, then a computer can do it. Okay.
Technically, it's like we are like computer vision. It's just that our computer vision is basically 100-fold or 1,000,000-fold in terms of how we can identify things, right? But we're still at the end of the day kind of like computers. You know what I mean? We're robots. Yeah. Maybe I'm a robot. Maybe Aaron, maybe Aaron is a robot. Like, you know the way he talks. Maybe he's a robot. You never know.
Nah, bro. I think you said it more than I do. I think you're the robot, bro. Just cut it out. But anyways, so we'll be using computer vision only, and it'll be doing this kind of stuff. Okay. If you want to look it up, there's a video of him talking about this. He's like, anybody using lidar is doomed. He's like super curt about it because it's expensive and nasty. But anyways. So we're using computer vision all the way, guys. So let's get started. So how do we actually do car tracking and pedestrian tracking? But I'm just using car as the example here. In a computer. In our case, we're going to be using Python, but with a computer, how does it actually work? So step one, you want to get a bunch of car images. Pretty simple, okay? Bunch of car images. Step two, make them all black and white. Very simple. Okay. Color, black and white. The reason for this is it simplifies detecting because even though it's black and white, if your brain can still identify these as cars, the computer can still identify. That way you're not dealing with RGB 3 channels. You just got to deal with black and white 1 channel.
But doesn't the color potentially help out or no?
I mean, in some cases, but overall, not really. There's always trade-offs, you know? There's trade-offs of, hey, is it going to work or is it work better or faster versus slower but more accurate. There's always a trade-off. But I mean, granted, most black and white images and videos, you can tell it's like, come on, you can tell these are cars even though it's black and white, right?
Yeah. Okay.
I mean,
okay.
all we're what is a car? It's just
What
the
if you're
relationship
colorblind? What if you're
of how
colorblind, you
the
know?
okay. Yeah, yeah. But that's pretty much it. You want to make them all black and white, and then you want to plug it into an algorithm, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Then you
Mm-hmm.
train the algorithm, and then once the algorithm knows what a car looks like, it's like, okay, this section of pixels kind of has all the correct patterns that it is should be identified as a car. Then boom, just draw a rectangle around it, and that's really
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
generalized explanation of it. So that's what we're going to be doing in the code. But I want
Yeah.
to briefly explain how the computer actually does that, because I just kind of like hand wavy said, oh, one black and white, and then it just train it. Like, okay,
And all of a sudden it's
anybody
magic.
can say
It's
that.
like a black box, you know?
Yeah, it is magic. But I mean, I
Yeah,
just
yeah,
want to
yeah.
give them a little bit a sneak behind the curtain. If you guys already watched the face detection video, there's kind of a more in-depth explanation of actually how the algorithm works. So definitely check that out. I'll pop that in the description later. Very similar kind of program, but here I'm still giving a explanation. So how does the computer train the algorithm? Simple. We use Haar features. So there's an algorithm called Haar Cascade, which we're going to be using in this program really briefly. It's pretty simple, but I'm just going to explain what it is. So these are Haar
Mm-hmm.
features, these different weird shapes,
Mm-hmm.
and they're just like Lego blocks, like rudimentary building blocks. And what you do is you actually just have, so like here, like this is this Haar feature here where it's like black, dark on bottom and light on top.
Mm-hmm.
So as an example, I'm going to use these two, and you can also flip it too. But what I want to do is show you guys and actually demo how the computer actually does this. So if you look here, you can kind of see that this window is kind of darker, right? And then this
Right.
below the window is kind of lighter. So we can
Yeah.
actually say that this Haar feature kind of matches here. Like this is a
Interesting.
decent
Okay.
good match for a car.
Okay. All right.
Versus here where it's just flat image, it's just a flat color, or up here it's just flat green. It doesn't really match that well. And the way this works is what we're doing is as you drag these boxes around, you want to take all the pixels in this black box and add them up
Mm-hmm.
to one number, and then all the
Mm-hmm.
pixels in this white block and add it up to one number. And those two
Oh,
numbers
okay.
are just like general, like a really, really overgeneralized approximation of how light or how dark that box in as a whole is. So like we can say
Really?
that this box is kind of like, so this box would be like a lower number than this white box, which would be a higher number. Then we can just like subtract these two. We're like, okay, if these two numbers are really far away from each other, we can actually say, okay, this one is significantly darker, like this black box is significantly darker than this white box. And so you can kind of see the relationship here, like it's kind of dark and then kind of white.
But
And a similar way.
okay.
Yeah, no, you
Go
got a
ahead.
question?
Yeah, but does it learn shape at the same time? Like, how does that work? Does it know specific shape of a car, or is it simply just
Yeah.
like black and white boxes?
So I mean, the algorithm is running on a grayscale image, so this is just color for demonstration purposes, but it'll actually be black and white, so it's easy to calculate it. But the idea is this is just a single match. So like this does
Mhm.
not look like a car. It's just a box with a black, with like a dark top and then a light bottom. That's all it is.
Mhm.
But you can chain a bunch of these together, and adding all of these up, like this match here,
Mhm.
will actually add up to a car eventually. So that's what I'm going to say here. So another block is you can kind of see like the tires and the shadow is kind of dark, and then the bumper here is kind of light. So this is a
Right.
flipped version, an inverted version Haar feature of this basic one. It kind of matches right here. You guys see how that works? It's kind of
Yeah.
darker,
Yeah. Okay.
lighter.
Interesting.
So we can
Interesting. Okay.
actually say that this Haar feature and this Haar feature kind of match together. So both of these Haar features are good matches for a car. Okay?
Damn.
But
Guys, who's
and you
excited to
just
learn?
add it up.
Like, who's excited? Like, this is so interesting. Honestly, the way computer vision works, the way machine learning works. Honestly, like, who's excited to learn that? Because honestly, that is the future, my friends. Between Tesla, between Ford, and now GM, and all these other companies who are implementing things like this, right? Because we are now getting into the autopilot world, where everything is being autopilot. Like, I myself I'm very interested in learning something like this, because the amount of jobs that this is going to create is astonishingly crazy. So yeah, if
man,
you're
Tesla's
excited, but
growing like crazy. Like Uber's going out of business because of self-driving cars. So if
I
you're an
know,
Uber
right?
driver, you're gonna want to get on this coding game because
Oh, man.
you're gonna lose your job soon. You're gonna want to be coding the cars instead of driving them.
Exactly,
Just
exactly.
be real, you guys.
Exactly. Jump off with Python. Link in description. Exactly.
Yeah, of course.
All right,
But-
let's keep going.
Yep. So that's how that works. Just I mean, of course, there's like other things in the algorithm you have to know to actually implement it. But I'm just explaining overall how to do it. Reason being
Right.
is training the algorithm takes a long time. Like it takes a long time for a human to build a habit, or a baby to learn what a car is. It takes a
Yeah.
long time for a computer to learn. You need thousands of car images, and then running these Haar features like all over the place. You have to try every Haar feature on every image to find every good match. That's pretty much it.
Right,
So you want to run
right,
this
right.
one, this one, this one of all different sizes and different orientations. Like these are kind of more elongated. You want to try
Right.
it everywhere, and eventually you get a long cascade of these Haar features that like define a car. Then once you have
Okay.
that long list of Haar features that defines a car, you can run new images through that long feature of Haar feature, that long cascade of Haar features, and then it's like, okay, if enough of them match and it gets all the way to the end, it's like boom, okay, this is good enough to be a car.
Gotcha. All right. So
And
let's
that's
let's
what
continue on. Let's
identifies.
continue on.
Yep. So that's it, you guys, on that. And then, of course, one last slide here. And that is the exact same idea with pedestrians. So you want to put in a bunch of pedestrians, okay? You want to get all the Haar features, and then you want to be able to train it and find them. So like, for example, for a pedestrian, you can kind of take maybe this one here, this Haar feature, and if you stretched it taller, then you can kind of say like this three-part Haar feature might match a human really good, because maybe the human is a little bit darker than the things on the side, and then you can kind of say, okay, that's a good match. And of course, and like maybe this person's pants is lighter than her top, then you can
Right.
maybe say this one will match better, and then you can kind of like make this more boxy and tall, and then you can say, okay, this is dark compared to this, and that constitutes a human. Same here, the blue is a little bit darker than the red, and stuff.
Interesting. So
So
it's